Number 5. We are just ticking off the weeks of this semester. As they go by, we of course are getting closer to project number 1, Soak to Teach. This is good that we will have one project done and under our belts, yet there is still so much to do. In class this week, however, we looked at situation diagrams and how to relate them to the motion diagrams we have previously been doing. We were also introduced to the idea of making different motion diagrams for the X and Y axis. We looked at the forces applied in the different stages of the balloon launching, flight, and during the landing. We did another video analysis on Logger Pro and saw how it will benefit in our TIM. And then there is this guy named Newton. He had some laws we looked at. Class brought about learning how to apply the situation diagrams for the launch, the flight, and during the landing to the motion diagrams of position in the X and Y, velocity in the X and Y, acceleration in the X and Y, and the motion diagram in the X and Y. This is quite insightful for what needs to be in the TIM. Taking a look at Newton's laws was a bit of a refresher. I could recall some of them and remembered a little bit about them as we went over them. We got a new way to approach the third law and verbiage to help clear it up. The laws are inertia, acceleration, and reciprocity. This week also brought the test run and video analysis for the balloon launchers. Outside of class, I worked on the TIM and was finally able to get a video finished and posted to YouTube. Now I have a feeling for it, so it will hopefully go much smoother and quicker. Like I mentioned, we visited Newton's laws, which was a good thing for me on remembering what they are and how to apply them. I learned that the TIM is quite frustrating to get done and requires a lot of stuff. But more importantly, I learned more about the situation diagrams and applying them to the other motion diagrams that we have done. It was good to break up the balloon's beginning and end, to view it in sections that have different aspects to them in relation to the diagrams. There is still a lot to learn, practice, and clarify. I need to learn more about physics and how to apply it to the projects and TIMs. I need to practice all the diagrams and how they interrelate to each other. And I am constantly feeling that I need clarification on what we are doing and how to use the information. This week was frustrating as it all came to a head in getting our project done and the instruction manual finished. This was further compounded by the fact that one of our group members officially dropped the class and the other one didn't contribute to the TIM. However, there was still information to take away this week, and that will hopefully be beneficial to our project now and in the future.